Anyway, let me first explain to you the difference between a cleanse and a fast. Technically, a fast is the abstinence from all food, all solid, and juice, technically. So there's only water, really. However, there are many levels of fasting. You have juice fasting, you have the master cleanse, and I've done many of them. And I've always gone back to the Hawaiian way of fasting and cleansing. It's like Lomi, the work that I do, Mana Lomi and Greg and Tammy. It's like, I don't know what it is, but there's something special about the work. Without creating a judgment on what other people are doing out there, it's just something about it. And I haven't put my finger on it yet. So I always go back to the Hawaiian way of cleansing. And one of the things that we use in a cleanse or a fast is seawater or sea salt mixed with water. So seawater mixture, and I'll explain how that is used and why that is used. So in the fasting that I do, it's a 4-day fast. 3 days you're absolutely fasting from foods. We begin the morning by drinking a mixture of seawater and fresh water, or sea salt and fresh water. So if you ever want to do a purge of the system, instead of doing an enema, you drink a ½ gallon of water mixed with a level tablespoon of sea salt. So let me show you some sea salt here. Our sea salt comes from the island of Molokai. And I talked to the woman there, Nancy, she has a business there, and she has gourmet salts. Explained who I was, and where I'm, what I'm creating, and what I'm looking in when I use salt, in a spiritual sense, in a pono sense. Pono means in an alignment sense, that she gets the seawater from the ocean, but I want to know exactly what takes place between the time she gets it from the ocean. In fact, before she gets it from the ocean, what is her mind about? And she's going out and the boat out in the Kaunakakai, which is the port of Molokai, and how she's preparing it, and then she mixes the red alai. Red alai is a clay medicine from Hawaii, and it's mixed in a certain way. So she's prepared it for us, and because for me, when I do a cleanse, it's a spiritual activity. It's for me, and not the religious one, but it's a spiritual one. And we should look at it when we do a cleanse or in any kind of a fast. And so a level teaspoon of sea salt in a ½ gallon of water, and you squeeze an entire lemon in this mixture, and you drink the entire mixture at 6 o'clock in the morning. Why 6 o'clock? Because that's when the ileocecal valve, that is the valve between the small and large intestines, opens. It's early in the morning. Okay, 5:30 to 7:30, no exact time, but it's early in the morning. You drink the seawater, just keep drinking it. If you get full, stop, but just rest for a moment and then keep drinking it. Drink the entire ½ gallon until you have to go to the toilet. Then you eliminate solids, will come out first, followed by liquid. You did it fast, Tammy.
Oh, yes, with you.
Yeah, that's right. And so once the water comes through, then you know what we say in Hawaiian, it puka. It cleared through. And then you begin the fast or the cleanse, either one. So in the fasting program, the 4-day fasting, we do a seawater flush in the morning, every day, all 4 days. And it's aggressive amounts of the colon formula. So everything I make is all handmade, including the sea salt. I make these herbs at home, and there's about 33 herbs in this colon formula. It's my 30+ years of conducting fasting programs and learning and perfecting the positive outcome that I want to create. So I have an agenda when I do a cleanse or a fast. It's not just like not eating or resting the body. It's like doing something. It's like getting body work done. It's not just a relaxation treatment, it's problem solving. It's doing something specific. And so cleansing can be specific like that, and that's what our program is about. So in the fasting, we take aggressive amounts of these coding formulas, and each morning we do a seawater flush to pull the lining, not the lining, but the accumulation out. And you'll see when they eliminate that, they have long, black, sometimes green color things come out of people. Day 2 already, that's happening. So it's an aggressive it's an aggressive approach in cleansing when you do a fast, at least a Hawaiian fast from my perspective. And at the 4th day we break the fast. And during the 3 days when you stand in Hawaii, we do a sweat, a Hawaiian sweat, a halepulo'olo, which is a house of purification. Like an American Indian sweat, but it's Hawaiian. So in Hawaii we do that, and maybe someday we'll build one out here for Greg. Build a Hawaiian sweat. So the fast, we break the fast on the 4th day, and then they continue the program for a month and a half. So they get the entire package in a fasting program. So they do a 4-day fast, and then they go on a cleanse for a month and a half to continue. In the cleansing program, we do a seawater flush only on day 1, day 31, and the last day, day 61. So the beginning, middle, and ending of the program, do a seawater flush. Because when you're in the cleansing, you can eat, whereas in the fast, you don't eat. Now in the fast, we do use juice to mix the herbs in it. So technically, it's food. But still, there's no solids that you ingested. In the cleanse, you can eat, and in our ideal health manual that comes with a cleansing kit, there are suggested ideas of how to encourage your lifestyle. Diet, suggested menus, why sugar is not a good idea, things like that. There's an interesting. It's just an accumulation of years of clinical experience that I've got my notes, typed it out, and put it in a little short format, chapter format. Quinoa. I know you guys must know what quinoa is.
Just quinoa.
Okay. Talks about that. Low stress foods. Ooh, why would that be important? Well, you read it. It's in here.
Low stress foods.
Low stress foods. Yeah, there are high stress foods and low stress foods.
What's low stress foods?
Well, you don't have to read it.
Give an example.
All right, let's take a look. Low stress foods. Chapter 34. Wow. Page 34. Have my glasses on. They digest easily and quickly. They leave little residue for the liver to detoxify. They do not cause toxic buildup in the bowel and vascular system. Since low stress foods are more easily digested, they not only offer their energy to the body more readily, but also conserve energy otherwise used in attempting to digest high stress foods like meat. It's a high stress food because it takes an acidic environment to break down meat. It's a high protein food. So these are high stress foods. The longer the food stays in your body, the more stress it is to the body. Okay? As an example. So stuff like that, it's in here. And vitamins, certain vitamins, when you have certain symptoms, what vitamins that might be lacking, things like that. It's sort of like toilet reading material. You're in a cleansing, so we're talking about toilet.
Not when you're cleansing, you don't have the time to read.
That's true. When you're on a toilet, that's when you read. Yeah, exactly. So, the cleanse now. So the reason why we do the seawater flush, when we do the seawater salts, most people that I have come across are very acidic.